Okay, so for wiring location, this is a little different than where we actually advise to put the Bluetooth controller, which is up along the fender well on the inside. But being that you have the interrupter switches hooked up and we wanted to wire those up for you, you're going to have those close enough to each one of the units so that you can actually plug in the interrupter switch. If you do want to move away from this, you're going to have to cut the orange wire for the interrupter switch and extend it to make the box for the profile prism set up for the interrupters, the signal interface for the actual RGB halo. But I'll leave that one up to you. So we found the best place is to sealant tape your Bluetooth box here, profile prism box there, profile prism box there. So it'd be something similar to this in any which way. We have an aftermarket radiator, so I wouldn't advise mounting it to that, but on the plastic should be cool enough. And there you go, interface, power and ground up to power and ground. Plenty of ground and interrupter wire length to run those to each headlight. We advise the grounds be separate. It's not good to overload ground, so we make it pretty simple. Driver side to driver side, passenger side to passenger side, underneath the brackets for the radiator, upper support brackets for the radiator. Same thing, this is a good spot for the ground off of, well, that's a high beam. This is a good spot for the ground off of the relay. Boom. There you go. We advise mounting the relay right there. Again, you can see the angle. This allows it to mount it in the position that it is advised to mount it so the capacitors don't leak, and you still have the ability to easily ground in all necessary places. High beams come up, they plug in basically like right here to the back, and then you have your actual plug type that plugs in as well. Pretty simple. As for the HID ballasts, we advise to mount them under the headlight bucket, facing to the end, so that your igniter circuit comes up on this side, be able to plug into the headlight. You can mount it on the outside, but you're going to have to run it up through behind here to allow it to connect. There's not very long pigtails, so that's why we advise it to mount it like this. Wires coming off on the inside. So headlight bucket's got to come off. Pretty simple procedure. The relay itself would actually run along the loom across the top, which you can see it right here. Run along the loom across the top. Same thing on this side. Plug up exactly the same exact way. And then your essential inline fuse, primary battery connection, and that's it. You are good to go.